Hey, Dr. J here, and today I'm going to start this series on parenting and parenthood. And I'm going to start with the foundations of parenting and how you became a parent, right? How you found yourself in this parenting role. There is some research out there that is called the first 1,000 days. And in the research, the premise of the research is to track a child from conception to its second birthday. And in the tracking, they will look at cognitive development, nutrition, growth, all the things that basically the pediatricians look at. But what the research fails to examine is the parents in all of this, right? Who are the ones that's taking care of these children? And so my question starts off is how did you find yourself in a parenting situation? Were you married? And you and your husband decided to have children? Were you in a committed relationship, not married, but in a committed relationship where y'all either decided or you found yourself pregnant? Did you find, were you single and out here just mingling a little bit, and then you find yourself perhaps pregnant and in the place of becoming a parent? Were you a teenager, right? Were you a teenager out here doing adult things in children's bodies? Were you unfortunately a product of maybe a SA, right? Or something that took place in the home? I can't say it on here. But did you find yourself in a soon-to-be parenting role because of some atrocity that happened to you? And a lot of times we got to consider the emotion of finding ourselves in a parenting role. Were you happy, right? Were you and your husband excited that this was something y'all prayed for and it took place? Were you maybe not really excited, but hey, this could be a good thing? Maybe you and your partner was like, hey, this might be okay. We decide we're going to go through with this. Did you find yourself mad, right? Or confused because maybe you were in the single category out here just mingling a little bit, and now you find yourself with this child by somebody who maybe you hardly even know. Or a teenager where you just confused, you don't know what's going on, right? You just have no clue. Or again, did you find yourself in an SA situation where you are completely devastated? You are now carrying a child from a product of horrific things that has taken place. So you got to consider what was happening in your body. What kind of feelings were you holding? Because what the research shows is that there is a feeling. Everything you feel, the same way everything you eat, this child that you're carrying is eating. And the same with the feelings that's taking place. What you're carrying in your body, this child feels it. If you're excited, if you're sad, if you're depressed, if you're anxious, this child feels it all. The same way if you take a drug, that drug's going to pop up in that child's body. And so there's another piece of research out there called epigenetics, right? I tapped into epigenetics when I was writing my dissertation. And the way I tapped into it in my dissertation was racialized trauma, right? And so epigenetics is trauma that is passed from the parent to the child. It can be passed from the mother if she's carrying trauma in her body. It could be passed through the father through his semen, right? Because it's genetics. It lingers in the body and it passes to the child. And so that's another thing we have to consider. Like in this becoming a parent, was this planned? Was this not planned? Was it something that you wished for? What was taking place in your body that you find yourself in this parenting role? Were you forced, right? Were you forced to become a parent? Because all of that matters in your parenting in the future. I'm not saying that what takes place during them first 2 years, during pregnancy especially, and those first 2 years is going to dictate how you parent in the future. No, but there is a foundation to parenting, right? And so, in what you were feeling in your body, did you experience after the birth, did you experience a postpartum depression? Did you start experiencing maybe some mental health issues? Did you start experiencing some physical health issues, right? Where now you find yourself in this parenting role, but you can't fully parent the way you would hope to because you're dealing with so many other things. Were you not financially stable, and so now everything is a struggle? Was your housing unstable, and so now you pillar to post everywhere? And in that time that you find yourself as a new parent, did you at any time start to despise the child? Right? Did you despise the child because they look like the person that y'all broke up and you can't stand them now? Do you despise the child because you can't financially care for this child? Did you despise the child because you're going through some emotional things and you can't show any love? You don't want to hold the child. You don't want to touch the child. Or like I said, were you forced into becoming a parent, and so now you kind of like, I don't want nothing to do with this, but I have to do, what I can as a parent, whether a mother or a father. Are you a single parent where you don't have any help, right? And I'm not talking about, it could be the other parent is just not maybe in a financial place to help you, or a mental place to help you, or you have no community support, no family support. You don't have a village around you. And so you're overwhelmed, right? All of this contributes to how you parent. All of it contributes to how you parent. A lot of times people don't consider this first level of foundation, right? But that's why I want to put it out here now. So I'll stop there for now. If you have any questions, you can let me know. And then I will pick up the next section on the next go round. All right.